Wait, did I stop the problem? Because okay, I need to remember to mute my notifications before I start a live stream. Good Lord. I'm going to just give it a second because, yeah, as soon as I hit that notification, it disrupted the last live stream. So I'm so sorry. I'm just going to wait just a little bit to see if anybody catches on, and then I'll just start talking. Yes, we're back. I'm sorry. I as soon as I clicked off, it just stopped. I'm sorry. That's all my fault. Hi. That was all my fault, y'all. My apologies. Okay, there's the chat. Yay. Okay. All right. So let me see. There we go. Okay. All right. So what is the first thing we need to talk about this week's episodes? Because I want to start with Esme. I want to start with Miss Prince. Cause look, I felt Ava's outrage. I felt it. I felt it in my bones. Look, if Ava hadn't been distracted by the phone call and her chatting with Trina, and had she been present to intervene during the whole deal making that Martin and Molly got into, Molly, girl, why are you the ADA? I girl, bye. But if Ava had been involved in that, I don't think it would have gone down that smoothly. Not at all. You said I wish she would get locked up in prison already. I guess it wouldn't be as fun if she did, you know? I mean, if all of the characters that should be in jail went to jail, we would have no soap opera. So I get it. I totally get it. Yeah, girl, Molly, really? Really? So that was just like a what moment. I got to give it to Laura because Laura has really taken to Esme and has been, oh, I was like, what's that? She's really taken to Esme and she's really gone to bat for her. Uh, Goodness, getting in everybody's business. I wasn't really here for her going to Ava and it's like, hey, show mercy and what have you. No, I believe that there should be some consequences. I guess for the crime, whatever, probation. Just I was just like, dang, she didn't get anything though. Not for real. But we'll see how long it lasts and if she gets into trouble because Martin made a point to let her know this is probation. You cross out a line, then you go into jail for real. Then we have her wanting to see Ace. But after the court proceedings, we had a run-in with Esme and Trina. I've seen some people say that they don't really like Trina's attitude. I can't remember the exact words, how they said it, but some people's like, I'm really not here for, Trina's attitude, when it comes to Esme, how she speaks, or, and I was just like, this woman put her through hell. Trina almost faced going to jail, going to prison because of that tape that leaked of Cameron and Jocelyn and how, Esme made it seem like it was Trina's doing. So you have to understand, like, why should she be talking to Esme any different than what she is? Honestly, Laura stayed protecting her criminal family. Laura's always been a few chocolate drops short of a cookie. I hope Laura doesn't get hurt by Esme. Hope not either. You're over her. Laura needs to let Esme because she's black. Oh yeah. Laura needs to stay in her lane. So trusting of Esme. I guess she really doesn't have anything to go off of. And I don't know if Laura, as far as her getting her memory back, and I don't know if Laura has such a intimate connection with Esme as Ava and Spencer and Trina and Jocelyn. She didn't have, I don't know if she was really close to what Esme did. So here again, we have these two interaction in the courthouse. And, Trina is like, congratulations for getting off again. it goes into Trina mentioning that she's going to Paris. Now, we all know that the actor who plays Spencer, he's going to be leaving to film the Netflix show special, whatever it is. And so, of course, he's being written out. How he, if he's actually going to go to Paris or if he's going to get arrested for helping Nicholas take his little brother, not clear yet. But clearly, they're writing his exit. Now we have Esme, who was completely tripping over the idea of Spencer leaving with Trina. And I know she got her memory back. Is that why she was tripping so bad? Because she's still in love with Spencer or something? Because I was like, I was trying to look, I was just like, maybe that's why. Because I was like, girl, like, it's only like Trina girl. First of all, you was having too many words with this chick, this female. Esme don't need to know nothing about what's going on with you and Spencer. And I stand on that. Maybe she wanted to gloat and be like, "Ha, in your face, you ain't gonna have Spencer. I won." Okay, I get. But at the same time, this girl don't get to know nothing about y'all. That's how I feel, like nothing about y'all. Like, no, she don't get to know. No, she just gets to wake up one day and Spencer is gone. That's what she gets. Where did Spencer go? I mean, Esme was just full of. But what about Ace? But Ace knows Spencer. I thought he loved his little brother, but there he goes for just one semester. And then what if you guys just love it there and you decide to live there? Girl, have you ever heard of FaceTime? Have you ever heard of a plane? What? Girl, bye. Jesus Lord. I hate how they're writing Laura was smarter in the beginning about Esme. Cameron is Laura's grandson. I want to know the true paternity of baby Ace. I think we all do. Can we talk about... No, not her little house on the prairie outfits. Trina's not as threatening as she should be in her scenes with Esme, maybe because she's so tiny. Yeah, and sometimes I don't know, maybe it's just not only is she like petite, not only is she petite, but her voice is petite. It's kind of like childish. I don't know. It doesn't give the same vibe as Sydney Michaela. It's something about the way that Trina is portrayed to me that's just like I'm not fully buying it. So nah, she doesn't come off as a threat. Trina just doesn't. She just might. But who knows what she's going to end up doing now that she's after her son. Esme is dangerous. You don't give the enemy too much information. Oh, you think neither of them is the dad? I hate how they're writing Laura. How Trina didn't figure out she had her memory back with the way she was acting and talking to her. Especially with how desperate she was about Spencer leaving. I was just like, girl, you being way too extra. Especially like, what about Ace? What about Ace? What about Ace? It was just like, girl, oh my gosh, you really so hard pressed about this man still. Okay. All right. Lord have mercy. So let's go to Spencer and Nicholas. How do we like this new Nicholas? I just don't feel like I've seen enough of him to gravitate towards his portrayal of Nicholas. I will always love the originator of the role, Tyler Christopher. Him stepping into the role again is not possible. And Marcus, who had the role before this guy right here, is obviously not going to come back because of whatever happened. But I just don't feel like I've spent enough time with this particular actor to feel like he's Nicholas, or it just wasn't as invested in these scenes. As you would think. And Nicholas is a major character. If you think about it, he's been on for decades, the character. So I don't know. I'm not really sure. You don't like this one? Trina is sweet and soft. Esme is hard to the core. Esme makes a formidable foe. I just don't think Trina has it in her like that to be a real threat. But yeah, the scenes kind of felt a bit hollow, though I did like the dialogue, the conversation. I was very shocked that Spencer decided to apologize. And wow. But I wasn't expecting at all for Ace to leave with Nicholas. That was different. I really would. I thought maybe somebody, like, I didn't think that Spencer would just give him up like that. I really didn't. And that somebody would show up at the end, Laura or Esme, somebody would show up at the end and be like, "What are you doing? Where do you think you're going?" type thing. How do we feel about Spencer's decision to do that? I mean, he made a pretty compelling argument to Esme and to Laura when Cyrus called them both together at the end of the week. Cyrus is quite something. I don't know what to make of him right now. I really don't. I mean, I don't know what to make of Cyrus. He's just letting everything hang out. Just everything. Rest in peace. I don't have a problem with Adam Huss. He's doing great. Okay. I thought the scenes between Nicholas and Spencer were compelling. That's good. Every actor cannot play the same. It's hard. Too much skills of different actors when the original actor came out was very good for the role. It just takes a little time. I mean, maybe Adam was on last year. I wasn't watching very much last year, so it's only been with since I started watching again the last 3 weeks that I've seen him. So again, it just takes some getting used to. And I don't know when he'll be back, so I can get more used to him or not. Like, how long is Nicholas going to stay away with Ace? How long is he going to be able to manage that? Cyrus is a messy maven right now. Esme being a mother is a disaster in the making. Spencer did the right thing to protect Ace from Esme. Too young for Ava. Needs to go with his fake self. I thought somebody would have called. Let me see. I'm surprised that nobody's like outraged, like, because when I was on, he's oh, Adam. Oh, damn. I saw a lot of people on Facebook underneath the General Hospital page, and there was a lot of people who were livid by, just like Laura was at the end of this week, that Spencer would do such a thing. A lot of people were saying, like, no, hey baby, did you want some more chips? Yeah. Yeah. Goodness. Oh, I need a pillow in this chair. Let me tell you that. Let's see. Can I get up for your chips? Okay, thank you. Layla, come on. Woo. Okay, I'm back. Okay. I think she gave him money. What did Nina give Cyrus? She had to give something, because Cyrus is making it seem like he dropped the charges on Sonny all because he knows about forgiveness and redemption, and that he was like, I provoked Sonny and everything. He was very convincing. I can't even really remember. Like, for real, she's sitting there being cute and everything. Girl, let's go get your chips. I would say Nina gave him a heart, but she doesn't have one. But anyway, Laura was very outraged. Like, all I got to say is, everybody was like, no matter what, Esme has done, she's been a good parent to Ace. I say this is the biggest karma is on your ass moment for Esme, honey, and I am drinking the Kool-Aid. No matter of fact, I'm drinking the apple juice on that one, honey. Like, let me take a sip. Cheers to Esme's karma. It's the least of what she deserves, okay? The least. What? Sandy, you think she gave Cyrus a hotel? Esme just using Ace to stay out of prison. Okay, so let's really talk about this, because Cyrus said something interesting too. She came to Cyrus for help about the baby. And he said, why haven't you gone to the police? She told him what, Spencer threatened against her about her former charges. And Cyrus was sitting there like, so you just want to protect yourself. I can't remember his exact words, but the way he phrased that thing, I was like, you're right. Like, you're more like I get it. She don't want to go back to prison. But wouldn't you rather know where your son is from behind bars instead of being free, not knowing where he is? Like, Cyrus is just, he made a good point. Like, you're putting yourself before your son in this moment is by not calling the police. Look, Esme, I don't like some of the things you do. Girl, I mean, I ain't got beef with none of the characters for real because I'm just a messy human myself. But girl, I would have been all in Spencer's face like, oh, so you gonna threaten me after giving my baby away? What? You gonna tell? Oh, do it, bitch. I'm gonna pull out my phone right there. I ain't even gonna say those words. I'm gonna be all in your face, eye contact, like my actions is gonna say, do it, bitch. I'm calling the cops right now. My son's brother just gave him away. I need the police. Not that the PCPD is really the best call. Too bad you ain't really connected with Sonny Corinthos because he's the one who can help you find your kid. Him or maybe Sam. Spinelli for sure. Maybe. But girl, what? Esme is a psychopath and she would be a huge bad influence on Ace. Hey, Carrie. He's such a toad. Let me see. Esme only cares about Esme. Cyrus is really playing his rules these days. I enjoyed him mediating between Laura and Spencer. I don't know what to make of him. He's not getting on my nerves. I'm just trying to I'm like, is this really for real? Or like, is he working an angle? And only time will tell. I don't know. What Spencer did is not against law. Hey, Chris, you're right. I still would have called the cops though. You ain't gonna sit there and hold nothing over my head. That's where a lot of these characters get messed up. You be like, oh, so you wanna, then you go ahead because I'm still gonna do what I want to do. You know what I mean? So that was it for me right there. I was like, girl, I would have called him on every single bluff. Prove it. Prove that I remember because it's your word against mine. I need my son back today, okay? Or I'm gonna make your life a living HE double hockey stick. You ain't going nowhere with Trina, okay? Nobody's gonna be happy. I'm gonna follow you both to the ends of the earth until I get my baby back. No, nobody would have had no peace. No peace. I wouldn't have ran out his face. Would have followed him all over the place, annoying the hell out of him, and I would have busted in on him and Trina like, where my baby? Trina would have been so hot on me, honey, if I was Esme. All filters would have went off. Esme, girl, I'm going to say one thing about you. I'm going to need you to get that fire back and stop whining and crying all around town in the face of your enemies, honey. No, boo-boo. No. Don't you be going running to Ava. No. And Ava looked like she was about to fold. And I'm just, no, Ava, don't you fold. You stay out of it. That is her business. That heifer, and this is why I'm glad she's getting the karma like she getting it. That heifer slept with your husband, got pregnant by who knows who the father of this baby is, but your husband's name is on the birth certificate. Don't you ever think to help this woman when it comes to that. That is a matter between your ex-husband and his little booty call that used to be his son's girlfriend. Absolutely disgusting. I would have left. Oh, he took the Get out of my gallery. I don't care if I know how you feel. You didn't care how I felt when you was sitting there helping your daddy, your crazy ass daddy, bust up my relationship and my family and use my stepson to do it. No. Girl, we don't care about that, Ava. Don't you dare fold. Esme, you better stop crying to your enemies, girl. You better get thick, honey. You better get thick. I would have followed Spencer to the ends of the earth and I would have been all up in their business, okay? Y'all want another sex tape? Or I'm going to be watching you and Trina blackmail y'all instead. Look, girl, please. But to reinstate the charges, they don't have any proof. Exactly. Spence is onto her. I mean, he's not wrong. Willow should have backhanded her in the hospital. Oh, we got to talk about that. Cyrus is working an angle. Hey, Kiki. But the other part, but seriously, Esme, girl, I'm just from one parent to another. Okay. I fully believe that Nicholas, as duplicitous in the words of Laura or Ava as he is, he's not going to let anything happen to his Cassadine heir, okay? I mean, I don't believe anything is going to happen to Ace. So my best advice to you, just enjoy the time off, okay? You a mother for I don't know how long. That baby is going to come back. I mean, he will, because you won't have people. I'm not saying not to search for him, but this is what we call co-parenting, okay? This is what we call shared custody. You understand? So you had him for like a year. Now it's Nicholas's turn. In the meantime, girl, you better boss up, okay? That's all I got to say. Boss up, you know, while you waiting for your son to come back and for justice to be served, if that's even a thing. I'm just saying, girl, sometimes look, I appreciate my every other weekend, okay? You don't want a baby daddy who's a deadbeat. At least Nicholas isn't a deadbeat. Is Nicholas a deadbeat? Look, he seemed like he was a good parent in the early ages of Spencer, but then he just became a deadbeat who likes to hide. I don't understand, but yet he calls himself a Cassadine. Okay, a Cassadine who likes to hide. Nicholas is annoying. He didn't get tired of the I'm gonna come back like, hey, I'm alive. Oz, you know, it's a scheme. Cyrus is okay. There is on the run, and there's a Cassadine on the run. Wait, was you just on Esme's side? I'm not on Esme's side. I'm just saying, if it were me, I would be all Like if it were me, girl, you better be who you are. Sitting there pretending like you ain't got the balls to sit there and make stuff happen. I would have been all up like It's just as a parent, as a mother, I'm just like, girl, you folded too quickly. You folded too quickly and went to crying and whimpering about the situation to whomever. I just would have preferred to have seen her take a more I'm in control. You think you're in control? No, I'm in control. That's what I would have liked to have seen. Do I want her to win? I don't really care, but I'm happy to see her get karma. I really am, because at the end, Lucky is a deadbeat. You ain't lied. You ain't lied. Lucky is the true deadbeat around here. How Ace look older than Willow, baby. At some point, Nina needs to slap. You said Nina needs to slap Willow? Oh, shoot. I ain't heard that perspective before. I want old Esme back. Is that wrong? Now this Esme crying. That's what I said, Kiki. I'm like, girl. Okay, so yeah, she went to Cyrus, who called in reinforcements. She got too frustrated to wait for him to make his call, and she probably, but Laura wouldn't have showed up to the next day anyway. Then she went to Ava. I mean, but it wasn't a bad place to go, because she, why wouldn't Nicholas go to her? She was right about that. So it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds. At the end of it all, Laura did make a good point. Like, she was like, I'd rather Ace be here with us, and I do agree with her in that sense. She's not necessarily saying Ace's best place is with Esme, but you have to admit, Laura has been working very hard to have a relationship with Esme, not because she so much loves or cares about Esme. She certainly is coming into that clearly, but because of her great grandson. I don't deny that. That's how I've seen it from the beginning. Like, Nicholas isn't here, and we can't have this chick just going all over the place with our blood. So Laura has gone to great lengths to provide some type of security and stability and trust in order to make sure that her great grandson is well taken care of. Now with Nicholas, who has made questionable choices within the last decade, now is running on the run with a child. What kind of life is that for that baby? Like, for how long is that sustainable? So Laura had a point on that. Hey, Otherworldly. Welcome. Nina going around with her half apology and accountability. Yes, they committed a crime, but Nina did it out of spite. Okay. Esme is Laura's niece. She is. By marriage, right? By marriage. Laura needs to wake up and see Esme as she really is. Well, I mean, right now, Esme has not fully reverted to her old ways. We will see how that plays out. But if people keep poking the bear, she gonna pop out. You understand? Like, for real. I think Esme is going to Heather for help, and Heather will break out somehow. Jason is a deadbeat father. You mean Laura did? Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I mean, woo wee. Laura was on the phone with Detective Falconeri, and I saw like the promo for like next week's episodes. Well, like the weekly promo that they do. And so, Dante was talking to Spencer real quick, and now this is me. Laura has totally been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and run amok by Esme. I don't and again, Sandy, I don't think it's because necessarily Esme so much as, like I said, she's been trying to keep Esme close to keep tabs on her great grandson. And Spencer kind of blew all that up by sending the child off with Nicholas. So I think it's both. I think that in the beginning it was solely about her great grandson, and then like she started to care for Esme. Hey, Aaron. I don't know. I can't remember the last time that I saw Lisa on the show, honestly. But okay, let's move on to Nina. I think Valentine's going to give Nina his shares of ELQ since he's off the show for a while. Ooh, that would be messy. That would be how much what is the percentage of Valentine shares into ELQ? How much how much stake does Valentine have with his shares? Does anyone know? You right, Krista. Ace is the grandson of. So they say Trina. Okay. Oh, so they're still going to Paris. Okay. Financially for Jake, even if Liz didn't want the money, Lucky ain't even sent a text. Oh no, Simone. I had to sit on that one for a second. He didn't even send a text. All right, Miss Nina Reeves, you are up. So we had Nina, who thwarted at first Dex's attempt to kill Cyrus. He was going to inject him with fentanyl and got caught in the process of it. What I want to know before we talk about Nina real quick, Dex, have you ever heard of close the blinds? What the hell? How do you go in somebody's room to commit a crime and leave the blinds open enough for Sonny to look in and tell you, no, don't do it? What? You're right. Jason just keeps dying. Drew may have written a non-complete clause in Nina's termination. Oh, all the crying is an act because she has her memories back. Yes, I saw Nina. We're gonna talk about that. But Dex, next time, close the blinds. Close the blinds. That was like, what the heck? No, you didn't. No. Kiki. Dex is terrible at his job. How is he supposed to be special forces in the military? I don't know. I guess they just give everybody these really cool titles that haven't earned it. Nina what Charlotte did and deleted the video. I hope that happens too. We haven't had scenes with Sonny and Anna in a while. Yes, we can, Shay Jean. So, of course, we have Nina going into the hospital. She was able to talk Cyrus into dropping the charges against Sonny. Sonny called off the death by injection just in time. I believe it had a lot to do with Christina. I believe so, but I could be wrong. Then, Sonny realized, he was like, I don't know who did it. Dex was like, I think I know who. And he saw Nina across the way. He told Nina to stay away from him and to stay out of his business from, going forward. Nina was saying that she was doing it because she wanted to fix her mistakes. She was right. Had her actions not hurt Sonny, he wouldn't have been so upset and, beat Cyrus. But still, Sonny's a grown-ass man. He can't, How old do you got to get to realize that lashing out and beating people is not the way to deal with your problems? I mean, come on. I guess you can do that because you can afford a top-notch attorney like Diane. I'm just saying. Now we get into Willow and Nina. Nina, and I felt Willow. She is at work. At work. Don't bring this drama to me at my job. Oh my God. Like, yeah, he's a grown ass man. Nina need to stay away from Sonny. Sonny need to chill. And I think I know I said this before we get real deep into the interaction between mother and daughter. I've said this before. I don't want to see Nina be like Portia when Curtis was mad at her. Just like okay, it's out there. He knows you want him. He's telling you to stay away from him. I think sometimes, especially as women or even men, when we want something, please don't chase after that man. Don't chase after him. Just don't do it. Okay? All right. Just don't do it. I don't want to see that. That's just me personally. Oh, you said Nina forgot to pretend to be nice in front of Willow. Okay. At her job, Nina, she's sitting there like, when can we talk? We need to talk. I believe there's a lot of things that we need to talk about. Just tell me a time and a place that we could talk and stuff. Hey, she is a persistent woman. I will give you that. Eventually, we all know Willow is going to cave. She's going to forgive Michael. I believe Michael should be forgiven. I don't believe that what he's done is something that I don't believe it's something that it can't be forgiven. Okay. So she's telling Nina she's done. She doesn't want anything more. Carly comes around the corner because, thankfully somebody did, because it's like, would you back off? Like, you just don't know when to back off. She doesn't. So, and you are right, Simone. Nina was herself. And that's why I said, Nina, you just need to go ahead and be who you are and own it instead of being this nice, nasty chick. Just come out and be all the way nasty, girl. You nasty. She did it right in front of Willow, and I'm just so thankful that Willow peeped it and that she didn't deny it or it didn't get missed. No, she saw exactly what happened. Threw her husband under the bus in front of her to take a dig at Carly and Drew. And what I was so frustrated because I was like, she's sitting there saying, oh, the reason why it stayed a secret so long is because I was blackmailed. No. The reason it stayed a secret is because you made it a secret. It never had to be a secret what you did. You could have been fully honest about that because as you keep pointing out to Carly and Drew, y'all committed a crime. So you reporting the crime wasn't wrong except by code of ethics due to the man that you are currently married to and the family that you are a part of and the people you say you love. You were wrong ethically. It was ethically wrong for you to do, so, but you made it a secret. And when you were confronted with blackmail, all you had to do was tell the truth and expose yourself, but you didn't want to do that. And then she tries to make it seem like, and I think she said this to Willow, oh, that's why I let my son-in-law blackmail me because of you and the kids, and I didn't want you to find out what your husband would, is capable of, I did it because I love you, Nina. And then Willow, thank the Lord, and it's not just Carly saying it, even though she was like, Carly is right about you, but we all see it. And Nina, she doesn't see it. She's so stuck in how wronged she was that she doesn't see it, or she just won't accept it, or she won't own it. But she was malicious to sit there and throw Michael under the bus the way she did. And you didn't do this because you love Willow. you did this because you didn't want nobody to find out what you did. Had nothing to do with Willow and the kids. You didn't want them to find out what you did, and but she did say she'd rather lose them slowly than all at once. But girl, why lose them at all? That's the thing. Why lose them at all? You never had to lose them. Never did you have to lose them. It's never Nasty Nina's fault. Sonny gonna kill Michael and Dex when he finds out. When is that gonna come back into play? That's another thing. That's the real secret that's gonna drive a wedge between Sonny and Michael. Not this Nina stuff. Not the Nina thing, but the Michael and Dex situation. Oh, for sure, for sure. Oh, Aaron. Thank Aaron. Can I heart that comment? Can I give hearts? Oh, I could do a 100. I did a 100 in the chat. I don't know if you saw that, but that's for you, Aaron. Because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, so y'all are going to apologize to Ned, aren't you? We absolutely need those scenes. I need to see some ass kicking. Some ass kissing all over his feet right now. Thank you. She is emotionally stunted. She's so stuck in the wrong that was done to her. And sometimes I do feel bad for her in the sense that, I don't know, it's like she needs this affirmation, or there's something, she needs something. And I don't like, she needs something. Nina has this sick obsession with Carly. It's like she picked up the torch from Nell. She really picked up the torch from Nell and she's running with it. And so, but I'm glad that Willow said what she said. Nina just likes the idea of being a mother and a grandmother, right? Let me see. Nina told about Michael to see Carly's face crack. Yes, she did. Yep. She had plenty of time. She didn't have to be blackmailed. Nina still think Carly knew about Nell being her daughter. Yeah, that's what she told Willow again. She was like, but Carly knew that after. She said, I only have Carly's word for that. Why would she lie? Why would she lie? And why are you stuck on that? Whether you believe it or not, you can't prove it. You can't prove it. All you can go off of is what somebody said, and you choose not to believe it. So that's on you. That's not on Carly. But she really, I'm not sure if she can ever let it go. And it's like, there's a block there. And I feel bad for Nina because of the hand that she's been dealt. And there's something that needs to happen in order for her to release that pain, because she's in pain. Like, even though like we get sick of her antics, and we're like, Nina, oh my God, girl, this woman is in pain. And I don't know if that can ever be purged from her spirit, or if she really can ever let it go and then move on from that pain and acknowledge her own wrongdoings, and how you can't lean on that to justify what you're doing here. It's always constantly, Carly kept my daughters from me. But Carly, like, I don't blame Carly for that. Like, you were robbed of your daughters by somebody else. She may not have said anything right away, but Nell was already dead. So you weren't going to have that. And that's not Carly's fault. And then where Willow is concerned, she did tell Carly she didn't want to know who her mother was. And Willow reiterated that to Nina. Like, she read her ass. And I'm really thankful, that Willow is speaking up and just, because she did give this woman a chance. She certainly did. And she had ample opportunities to tell Willow the truth. And she would have been upset, but I think Willow would have had much more respect, to be like, I don't like what you did, but I appreciate you being honest with me. Because that's how you foster healthy relationships, not keeping secrets and then you looking guilty all around town. And then getting in people's face, sitting there talking about, but, you did commit a crime. Yes, we committed a crime, but you broke the code and you snitched. And you didn't snitch because it was like best for everyone else. You did it for yourself. You did it for yourself. Drew told her ass, and we're going to get to that. But Willow, those were great scenes. Those were really great scenes with Willow and Nina. She told Nina, "I don't care, we're done," and everything. Nina calling after her, talking about, "I will always be here for you. If you need me." Like I said, something's gonna break eventually. We've seen Sonny and Michael go through ups and downs so many times. So there will be a point where Nina and Willow will be able to, get past this, but it don't need to come right away. Absolutely, we're gonna get to that. Needy Nina wants Carly's life. She is obsessed with Carly and wants to be Carly. Yeah, Willow will forgive her. Willow will forgive Nina because of her son. He loves his grandma. I'm beyond tired. Now, this is my concern. And in order to get to the office with Drew and Nina, we got to talk about Carly and Drew and their talk with Michael. So we go to the Quartermaines, and Tracy is actually saying that as a Quartermaine, she's very proud of Michael and what he did. I love that moment. Whenever I look at Tracy and Michael, I just remember the Quartermaines back in the 90s, and especially when they took Michael away as a Q, and to see him with his one side of his birth family that he had been deprived of for many years, and just to see them interact and for him to be accepted even if they're fighting, absolutely enjoy it. And Edward would be so happy to see his Quartermaine heirs being who they are. Anyway, Carly and Drew come in to hear Michael for himself. That what Nina said is true, because Carly left the hospital saying, "No, you're not talking about my son. My son didn't do that. You still lying again. You're lying." So Drew had a very Drew is a snooze fest. Carly and Sam has noticed the changes in Drew. Child, to hell with Willow. Needs to go to her mother's grave, have a conversation with her. She's the one who messed up Nina's life in the first place. Yeah, Vicky, I agree, and that's why I'm like, you're constantly blaming Carly, and it's like, but it didn't start there. And even if Carly would have came forth and said something about Nell, you still would have lost that. Like, it was already gone. That really wasn't on Carly. Not in the way that she's putting that weight on it. The way she talks is like, "Oh, I miss my daughter's entire lives because of Carly." That's how it sounds, but when without the proper context. Anyway, Drew was very he upset, very upset, especially when Michael let it be known that he put his father's happiness and his wife and children before letting Drew and Carly know. Also, I have to agree. I mean, the damage was already done. I'm not upset with Michael, other than to say, he did ignore, hey, he owned it. He said, "I don't know why I didn't see this blowing up in my face." You need to be saying that about the deck situation, because that needs to blow up in your face too. We haven't forgotten that. I think it was just in the moment, in your face power play on Drew and Carly's part. I think Carly is a temporary solution to a long-term problem. Drew is going to hire someone else to run Crimson. Why wouldn't Michael put Drew's happiness before? Hey, Tara. Right. They have Drew acting out to have him leave the show to bring back Steve. Or what? Is he going to do another Hallmark movie? Because Cameron Matheson is all about those Hallmark movies. But Drew was just very upset. I'm glad that Carly stayed to talk to Michael, because Drew was like, "All right, let's go. We out of here." And I'm kind of like, Drew don't run Carly. What the heck? Like, especially when he wanted to go with her on that trip to finish Bobby's last mission or thing, and he was like, "Let me go with you." No, Carly can handle it, and I'm glad that Carly was like, "No, let me talk to my son." And what we're seeing here is, like I said, it's just, we all know Carly. She got a rap sheet, honey, but she's a good mother. She loves her children, and she has matured over the years. That's the main thing. Confirm he isn't going anywhere. Okay. There was no reason for Carly not to say anything to Nina about now. There was an enemy, so I'm not giving that big Carly a pass. No, ma'am. Oh, you not? Maybe they are going to make Drew spiral out of control to give him the boot for Jason's return. I hope not. I would like to see Drew and Jason on screen at the same time. That's just me personally. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I mean, they didn't have much interaction before, but right at the end, before Jason disappeared last time, it seemed as though Drew and Jason had kind of gained some common ground. I would like. I wouldn't mind them being on the show at the same time, but I highly doubt that they would have significant screen time unless if for Carly. But we still really don't know what Jason will be doing when he comes back, except of course be Sonny's enforcer. Carly wasn't never going to be mad at Michael. He's the favorite. You gotta love Tracy Q. I love that moment. And then also her talk with Ned. I love Ned and Tracy's relationship. I really do. As long as Drew is sticking it to Nina, I don't mind if he stays. Hey, Crystal, we're gonna get to that. So, but yeah, I appreciate Carly's maturity. Of course, as Tara said, she wasn't gonna stay mad at Michael, and I mean, she would have been a hypocrite if she had. But more so than that moment with Carly and Michael, she had her moment. These are two moments. Ooh, this chair is not being kind to my behind. There are really two moments this week that I feel like Carly shined very well. She did. And one of them was when she did go to, what is that pub's name that Sonny owns? I haven't seen it in so long, but I don't remember the name of it. But is it Charlie's, or did he change the name? I can't remember. Did he change the name? Fine. I think it's Charlie's. But anyway, when Carly showed up, her and Drew were talking. Charlie's, thank you. They were talking, and there was a moment where Carly said, I hope that Nina gets what she deserves someday. And I was like, okay, so Carly isn't like all like, oh, let's do something, let's take it into our own hands. She really seems as though she's like, I'm exhausted. And another thing, when she was talking to Michael, like I don't have to pretend. I don't think you ever pretended about where you stood with Nina. You constantly told Nina, I will not forgive you. I don't care what you're saying. Stop it. I don't feel like she ever pretended. But then, but then she said, maybe someday she'll get it. And when she said that, it just sounded like, it was like, it's the universe's job, not mine, to try to go after her. I'm done. That's what I heard from that. I'm done. And I was so proud of her. But then, Drew, yeah, absolutely, Kiki. But Drew was like, oh, I know how we could do it now. And, Carly was intrigued. But still, even in Friday's episode, when Sam stopped by, as she's looking to hire somebody, she said that she's trying to honor her mom, and she's trying to, connect and be more like her. And I think that, and I said this when Bobby, before Bobby's funeral, was that, you're right, Simone. Nina would approach her. Carly never went to Nina to try to be, Yeah, I'm surprised that Drew didn't offer Maxie the role of chief editor. Maybe because she's too close to Nina. Maxie's probably not even aware of these changes just yet. But I'm just glad that Carly's like, I really don't, she doesn't seem like she's trying to be out for blood. And my whole thing is that like somebody has to stop at some point. And now Drew versus Nina, I'm good with that. Carly and Nina, I feel like it's so it's been how long? How many years has it been between Nina and Carly? It's been years. It's been a couple of years, hasn't it? At least two, 3 years, So and to see the sparks fly between Drew and Nina when they were at Crimson, and I the moment that sold me was when Nina was like, what do you think Michael is going to have to say about this? Now, first of all, I was like, I don't think he's going to give a damn if you got a job or not. Are you serious? You You just threw this man under the bus in front of his wife. And he don't even know, like, and it don't even matter if he knew that. What do you mean? What do you think Michael's gonna have to say about this? And then Drew just goes, hooray. And I was like, okay, I like this. It being Drew versus Nina, I like this. Carly won't stay on at Crimson. It was just a power play. I'm okay with that. If she's just all about Kelly's and he just did that to get under her skin, absolutely, I love that. Because I was like, really, Carly at Crimson? Nah, I don't, no. I think her calling is at Kelly's, and it's just so hilarious because Carly lost the hotel and Nina got it, and then it looks like she loses Crimson and Carly got it. The writing for Nina is spot on. Hey. And Michael doesn't own the company. His uncle Drew owns the company. Like, girl, turn your brain on. Carly didn't like Nina once she got to know Willow. Nina was awful to Willow for so long. She was. Nina took Carly's husband and her hotel. So, yeah, Crystal, karma. Drew telling the movers to grab coffee and a muffin made me laugh to tears. I know we've all been on like the fence about Drew and we like, boy, you can go somewhere, but he earned his keep on Friday. I ain't even gonna lie to you. He earned his keep. I totally forgot he owned Crimson. I did not see the angle of her losing her job coming. Did anybody else see it coming? Because I didn't. I didn't. I forgot. I forgot. Carly needs her hotel back. Now my question is, Crimson and Aurora Media is run out of the Metro Court. Is Nina going to have Aurora kicked out of the Metro Court? Even if she does, I'm sure there's another place that they could set up shop. But she does own half the hotel. Would she need Olivia's permission to have something like that go? Or can she just do it all on her own? You think Sam should have done it? Been editor of a fashion magazine? The woman who wears like the most boring clothes? She wasn't really good at Aurora. She might need Olivia's permission. She can't just do that. She would need Olivia's permission. Oh no, I don't hate you. No, absolutely not. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I don't know. But since Krista was saying that Carly isn't permanent, so if not Sam, if not Maxie, who would be a good fit to run Crimson? She does need a real job. Do you think Sam, after all these years, could handle being the chief of Crimson? Do you think? Husband in a hotel for a daughter in magazine seems like a faux lord. Not a fair trade. Yeah, she hated working there. No, Sam as a fashion mag editor, absolutely not. She needs to stick to PI work and chartering boats. Or kissing up to Dante late night. Maxie. Maybe give it to Christina. I'm just throwing it out there. But the barbs that were traded in the Crimson office between Drew and Nina were very great. They played off of each other so well. And Nina, I will have to say, she is confident and fierce until the end. You know what I'm saying? She was like, this is my magazine. I built it. And stuff like that. And she was like, look, you making the dumbest mistake. She, don't you sit there and make this decision and then you're going to regret it. This is the biggest mistake you're ever making. She was contradicting herself all over the place. But hey, I'm glad that, to see that she didn't like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. When it came to the magazine part, I mean, she's been running Crimson. How long has she's been running Crimson for a really long time. Christina is too busy starting a charity and giving her baby away to run a magazine. Trina is just too young at the moment. Kate, actually, you right. Kiki, I almost forgot about Kate Howard. Oh, aka Connie Falconeri. The nerve of her to sit there and say she built that magazine. She sure as hell didn't. That was all Kate Howard, wasn't it? Oh, Ava. Oh, we talked about Ava earlier in the live stream. We did, since Kate was killed. I can't believe I forgot about Kate Howard. Hey, you said you cannot believe that Drew told Nina that if she was a man, he would hit her. Are you mad that he said that, Vicky? Because I appreciate that he said that instead of putting hands on her. That's all I can say about that. I'm glad he did not put hands on her, but felt the urge and resisted. That's all I can say. I mean, Ava taking over. Oh, well, she has the gallery. I mean, she's a great multitasker. Yeah, especially the way she was throwing Michael up in there. What do you think Michael's gonna say? Nina resurrected it. Julian ran it into the ground. Drew walked up like, I want to meet. Yes, if Drew earned his keep on Friday, and again, Carly strutting into that office at the end of Friday's episode, epic. I just loved it. It was epic. As I mentioned, I've seen like the promos for next week's scenes, like the big weekly promo, and Nina looks like she is ready for war. She's like, if it's war they want, it's war they're gonna get. Oh my goodness. And I just was like, no, Nina, you're still not learning the lesson. And when you don't learn the lesson, you're going to keep doing it over and over and over again. So I'm going to end this Nina, Carly, Drew thing right here so we could talk about other parts of the show. When do you all think the cycle is going to stop? Because again, it's like she just picked up the torch from Nell and has been running with it. And I'm just like, what is it going to take for Nina to really move on from this vendetta with Carly? Because like she's not even seeing the bigger picture of, if I keep doing this, I'm going to land myself in another situation where I get in trouble again, just as I'm getting in good with my daughter. I don't know. I don't know. It's like she just gets so blinded when it comes to Carly. Mm-hmm. Their storyline potential. Katie, I'm with you. I am with you. You saw it coming, Vicky. I didn't. I sure didn't. Carly couldn't walk in those heels though. Is that why she had a little stagger? She starts all this mess thing, gets mad when people come after her. I wouldn't mind seeing Nina caught up in a mob crossfire. She's boring. I mean, Nina's been crazy she's been crazy for a while. So look, the thing is, to Willow, if you're going to have somebody's going to just have to accept Nina as she is. They just going to have to, hey, baby. They just going to have to fully accept her as she is, because she may not ever change. I don't see it happening. I'm just sitting here like, I don't know. Like, she just keeps going and going and going. And she's still back on the revenge train. Nothing has come along to humble her to be. At no point has Nina sat down with herself, by herself, and realized that she is standing in her own way. Not Carly, not Drew, not Willow, Michael, her husband, Cyrus. It's just you, honey. You in your own way. And I don't know if she will ever understand that. And that's all I got to say. I don't know if she'll ever. Either we're going to have to deal with Nina continuous cycle, or she going to have to get killed off. It's one of the two. Either she going to have to die, or we just going to have to keep dealing with Nina as she is. If she owns what she do, maybe we'll accept her. Yes, Deshan. And I said this during last week's live. If you would just own it, girl, you should have been like, yeah, I went to the SEC. Not gone through Martin as a proxy. Would have been like, yes, this is Nina Reeves. I got some information for y'all. And like I said, get yourself a little martini with your friend Ava and pop a little cup of olives in there and be that bad bitch. just be who you are. Don't sit there and hide it and then sit there and mask the reasons for why you're doing it as being for the greater good of others when you know it's for yourself. Girl, just own it. I think folks would have a lot more respect for you if you own it. Oh yeah, Jordan being kidnapped. Do we care? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm not like, I'm very neutral when it comes to Jordan. So I'll watch. I'm not really sure what's happening. Oh, Sam doesn't know anything about fashion. The actress who plays Nina lacks range. Oh, you think so? Oh, you don't care about Jordan getting kidnapped? Um, I was wondering last week, where was she? So, child, I said bye, Jordan. You said they need to keep her? Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, another Jarly. Please don't. Depends on who grabbed her. This is probably related to the shooting. Remind me, what shooting are we talking about? Why did TJ take his mom on a post Christina getting inseminated date? I don't know. If she stays coming after Sonny family, he will divorce her and probably come after her. I don't know. I'll watch, but I don't really care about her getting kidnapped. And that is true. He took his mom out on a date over another woman being inseminated with his baby and not his wife. It's just kind of weird. But anyway, they had their moment to talk about things. It was clear that Jordan, she was like, it's not my choice whether, whoever you get to surrogate your baby or be the donor to your baby, but it's clear she was kind of uncomfortable by it. Curtis is shooting. Oh, no, Tara. I haven't been watching for a while. So, I was like, there's been a shooting recently, but thank you for bringing that back to my memory. TJ, another snooze fest. Thank you for bringing that back to my memory. But Christina is already talking to the baby that she might be pregnant with. She did refer to herself as Aunt Christina, but Miss Wu, maybe. Even if you were watching, you wouldn't care. Christina will be attached. Thank you. Christina will be attached to that child. That was going to be my next thing. How do you all think this is going to play out with Christina and this baby? Well, we are in for some complete drama. How do you think the drama is going to unfold? Because nobody has a just a quiet and peaceful pregnancy in Port Charles anyway. So, Christina going to keep that baby with Blaze. Ooh-wee. What is that going to do to Molly? Didn't we say she should have just adopted? Girl, you should have adopted from a stranger. You can't trust family. That's why folks say don't hire your family. You ain't supposed to be having family do that type of stuff. Family is messier than strangers. I just read up on the original Molly. She's still in and out of court over what happened. Blaze ain't about to be stepmommy. She's going to be mommy who step up. Ooh! There's going to be a fight over the poor child. It's going to be a war. She'll keep the baby. Maxie was with Lulu. Is there any paperwork that Christina had to sign ahead of time in order to guarantee that Molly and TJ would get this baby? Because, I mean, at this point, if she does change her mind, hey, she has every right if she hasn't signed any documentation. And she's going to be sharing a baby with her brother-in-law. I mean, she's already talking to this baby. Like, she's already there. In my opinion, she's already there if she's having conversations with this kid about her love life. Carly stole the show on Friday. Nina is ready for war. We need Molly and TJ to have a miracle baby. No, because you aren't legally allowed to give your baby away. Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, Sharon. You don't think so? Okay. This is going to be a mess. This is going to be a huge mess. And we here for it. This is why we watch soap operas. We knew it was coming. It's going to be a huge mess. So Blaze and Christina are going to move full steam ahead. I liked their scenes. And finally, we are getting a LGBTQ couple, it seems, in the front burner. I mean, since they passed up, anything with Felix happening, I would have rather have seen Felix, or even with Terry, who we haven't seen in a while, with her romance with that other Yuri guy or something like that. The two of them have kind of disappeared. So we'll see what happens here with Blaze and Christina. Christina didn't want them to sign papers, so she's keeping her baby. So yeah, Blaze and Christina, how do y'all feel about them as as a couple? Do we like? Do we not like? I'm here to see what happens. Here for the drama. I'm just glad that Christina has support. You know, it's gonna be interesting. Let's see how they get down. The original Nina was a trip. Molly should have did legal paperwork like Alexis suggested. I agree. I don't know. Mm-mm-mm. I agree. Boring. Well, this baby should spice things up. It should. Now, moving on, we got to talk about this Adam kid, okay? Because last week I asked you all, you like Blaze Christina? Last week I asked you all how we felt about Adam. I did see some comments where some people said they just felt like Adam's story came out of left field. Not to say that it's not an important story to tell, but yeah, and I'm tired. You're tired of Adam, Chad. Um, Blaze's parents are Sonny's enemies in the mob. That'll be interesting. But so Adam got a story took a more mature step. Yeah, and Molly was usually the more direct, sensible one out of all the Davis girls. You like them? So you said Adam's parents are for the streets. I was kind of hoping that maybe Adam was exaggerating his parents, but clearly he wasn't. And that's just the father. Can you imagine the mother? Goodness. But I mean, they found him. I think they found him in the park. Sometimes I get the scenes mixed up because it's been a long week. But Jocelyn found him. She was the one who really got him to General Hospital. Uh, he's in a bad way, and those are some great scenes. I'm glad Carly was able to be there for her daughter. And then we have Adam who wakes up in the hospital. He really wants to leave from there. He doesn't want his parents to know what's going on. I don't know how this is going to end up because his father was a complete jerk. I mean, I would say a stronger word, but he tried to commit suicide. Right. He did. So oh my gosh, I would say keep that man away from his son. Like I would, but Lord have mercy. Those were intense scenes, especially with Jocelyn confronting the father, and then Adam clearly having an attitude with Jocelyn because he's like, damn, why didn't you just leave me alone? Now I'm here and I'm even in more trouble. That's how Adam is looking at it, and Portia is trying to keep her cool about everything. It's just a messy situation because he can't leave the hospital until he's been evaluated, and all his father cares about is how much money this is costing him, not about my son almost died yesterday. He's concerned that y'all are gonna drag this out, and I'm gonna have to pay more money, and my son is gonna waste more of my money. Wow, whoa. He doesn't, but it seems as though his father has a very big control over him. Angela, did you finish your thought or did it? Okay. Angela, that is a very great perspective and something that was in the back of my head, but you're the one who brought it to the forefront. Angela is saying that pretty much Adam is the problem and maybe his parents are frustrated with him not doing right with the opportunities that they're affording him. And they're frustrated. You said get a better health insurance plan. Is in the pits. We'll have to see how this plays out because we still got to meet Adam's mom, and we do got to get to the root of all of this because because I've never dealt with an addict in any sense. And I don't know if maybe from his parents' perspective, maybe, and I don't know what they know about Adam. If they know he has a drinking problem and stuff like that, we don't know what they know. And if they do know, I'm not really sure. I've never had to deal with an addict and the havoc it can wreak on the addict themselves and the people who love them. So there's still a lot of layers to explore when it comes to this story. So thank you, Angela. I will not rush to judgment and see where this goes, because maybe right now it seems like the parents are complete jerks, but there could be more to the story that we're just not getting yet. I believe they have that rich person idea. They have expectations. He may have done this before in high school. I think it's commentary on the difference in generations. Adam was getting 90s and freaking out. His parents did something. His mother's probably an enabler. If his parents is paying for his healthcare, which is more likely than causing they have to carry some kind of insurance, I don't believe the parents are in the wrong. He get up to that school probably first time being away from home and got caught up in some mess. Yeah, Adam is draining. As soon as I see him on screen, I'm instantly tired. Oh no. Well, I'm not really sure how much longer we'll have to deal with the Adam storyline, especially since they're bringing in more people, unless he does take his life or something like that. Like I said, I guess we're just going to have to watch this play out and see if Adam's perspective on his parents is true, or if his parents is just like kind of fed up with his behavior. Again, I don't know what it's like to deal with an addict, and how that can affect everyone's lives. Are frustrated because of Adam's behavior, but they can also be unempathetic and toxic parents. They could be. Just we're gonna have to see about that. So okay. Willow did go home. I don't know what's happening between her and Michael, other than they clearly have some issues to work on. Wiley is like, I want to go home. I want my parents home. I want my bedtime story. I understand. Like, I don't understand that y'all got grown people issues. I'm a kid and I like my comfort, and my comfort is with my family at our house. So I'm glad Wiley is speaking up for himself, because y'all on some foolishness. Okay, girl, take your ass home. You married this man. Deal with it. That's all I got to say. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you take your asses home, go hire a therapist, and y'all hash it out in therapy. But don't you sit there and confuse your children. Take your children home and read them a bedtime story, and y'all go to bed together. Life is too short for all that crap. Sick and tired of y'all with these constant weddings and don't know how to stand up for your vows. You go home with that man. I'd rather sleep with Michael than sleep with Nina, and I say that every day. I'd rather sleep with Michael than sleep with Nina. Count my blessings every single day. Shoot, I ain't say you had to be happy about it. Shoot, have some angry makeup sex. Make another baby, for Christ's sakes. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, I make him do everything for me. For the next year or 5. Be like, every single time she be like, babe, I want to go to Australia. You want to go to Australia now? I don't feel like it. But you remember what you did with my mama? You blackmailed my mama. You didn't tell me the truth. Oh, I guess we're going to Australia. Girl, I'm milking for everything. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. He be going down on me every night. That's all I'm saying. He be going down on me every night if he wants to be with me. And Michael want to be with you, honey. You can ask for everything you want. Willow needs to find somewhere else to live, and Michael can go back to the boathouse after all of his family's property, not hers. Alexis tried to get them to do paperwork, but Christina got upset about it. Oh, wow. The father dismissed the drink, so I don't think this is addiction to alcohol. Okay. You don't see Adam as the problem. Wiley better speak. Wiley is acting like they're staying at a Motel 6. Chill out, kid. You're literally across the pool area. Tara, you ain't lying. Yeah, they should have. They should have. What else happened this week? Please refresh my memory, because it'd be like 5 episodes and I didn't take thorough notes. And I'm starting to get congested. I can't breathe. So, I'm probably missing something, but my sinuses is messing with my mind. So I'm gonna end this live stream right here because I really can't breathe. And my nose is starting to run. Oh yeah. Oh my, yeah.
Mom.
Yeah.
There's a fly in PJ Masks headquarters.
There's a fly in PJ Masks headquarters? Okay. Yeah. Ooh, I'm congested. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me on this live stream. It's been amazing, and especially to see some of you all that I haven't seen and talked to in a while. Yes, isn't she? Isn't she? She's so big. I locked her hair up. I be doing her locks now, so I locked her hair up. I think it's so gorgeous. But I will see you all next week. Thank you all. Be safe. Stay warm. Okay. Night.